Hello student, in last class we have discussed integration by substitution method. So here also we are going to continue with some more question based on substitution method, and then we will start with a new method for integration using trigonometrical identities. So here we are going to continue with somewhat remaining question of the exercise 7.2. Now here I have taken question number 25, in which question is available as a 1 upon cos square into 1 minus 10x whole square. So here first of all we are going to change the question form. 1 upon cos square we can write as sec square x, and this denominator term we are going to be write as such, means 1 minus 10x whole square. Now you have to think about the function that can be substituted as a t, and differentiation is available in the question. So it is very clear from the question form that if we suppose 1 minus 10x as a t, as a dt you will have minus sec square, and that sec square is available as a derived form in the question. So as such we are going to substitute your 1 minus 10x as a t, and even this single term 10x also you can substitute as a t. This one is not having any role while writing the differentiation, so that we are not going to be include here. So here 1 minus 10x we are going to be suppose as t, differentiate both the side. Differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of 10x is sec square. So this is minus sec square dx and dt. We are in need of sec square x dx, that is to be replaced by minus dt form. Now the whole question we are going to turn in form of t. This is your minus dt upon t square. So this will be minus t power minus 2 dt. Now it is available for further integration, so let it be integrate. This is t power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1 plus c. This will give you minus t power minus 1, and this is minus 1. This minus minus will get adjusted here, and this is t power minus 1 plus c will left in your hand. This is t power minus 1, that means 1 upon t plus c. T what you have supposed in the beginning, 1 upon 1 minus 10 of x plus c. So this way your answer will come out with the shortest form. So let's try to understand some more forms related to the substitution method. Next we are going to discuss your question number 29. In 29th question, your question is available as a cot x into log sin x form. Now here, whenever you are dealing with the log term, it is not possible to have an integration with the log term directly, so that you try to be replaced in another form. So here as a reference, log sin x you can suppose as a t. So let's see what is going to be happen when we are writing differentiation of that. Now make it differentiate. First of all, regarding the log, it is 1 upon sin x. Differentiation of sin x is cos x. This is your dt. Cos x upon sin x will turn to your cot x. Means here in the question you can see this cot x dx directly available, which can be replaced as a dt form. So let's change your question frame. This is to be write as a t, and this whole combination you will replace by dt form. Now make it integrate, that will be t square upon 2. In place of t we will substitute your assumed term. So this way such type of combinations are to be handled. Now next and quite important form we are going to discuss, that is your question number 32. 32 and 33 both are of the same category. only the combinations are changed. In 32, this is available as a 1 upon 1 plus cot of x. Now here you can see none of the term is available in such a way that the direct differentiation we are getting on substitution in a first step. So here we have to turn the question in such a way that you can suppose something as a t function. So first of all, we will make this cot convert in form of sin and cos. So this is cos x upon sin x. Take LCM. Sin x plus cos x whole upon sin x dx. Now make this sin x invert. Now this numerator we have to turn in such a way that somewhat differentiation term you can generate. At present situation it is not possible to generate any of the derived form. So what will you do there? Multiply and divide by 2 from our side. Why we are doing so, after 2 steps will clear to you. Now this 2 sin x we can make it split as sin x plus sin x. Cos term is required here, so plus cos x and minus cos x from our side to generate same type of combinations. This is sin x plus cos x. Now the question is to be turned in 2 parts as sin x plus cos x, means one sin x cos x you get combined. Another one is sin x minus cos x. Make this bracket close. Sin x plus cos of x. Now make these 2 brackets separate 1 by 2 keeping outside. This divided by this generate your 1. Now here this is sin x minus cos of x upon sin x plus cos of x. Now make this question split in 2 parts as a 1 upon 2 integration of 1 and dx. It is totally separate. Second one plus 1 by 2 sin x minus cos of x upon sin x plus cos of x. This is dx. Here we will go for writing integration regarding this one, that is x by 2. Secondly, if you suppose this denominator term as a t, means sin x plus cos x as a t, on writing its derivation what you will have? Cos x minus sin x. So here we are having a difference with the sign. So take this minus sign outside and then generate the required form. Now direct also you can write its integration, and if you are not sure about this second part, you can suppose it as a t and then go for writing its solution form. So let's try to complete it. For second part, separately you can suppose it. Let it be I. 1. This is cos x minus sin x dx upon sin x plus cos of x. Direct also it can be handled, and if you are not sure, separately you can handle it. Now here let sin x plus cos x as a t. This is your cos x minus sin x dx as a dt. What the question is, dt upon t. It will be your log of t, means log of sin x plus cos of x. Now finally we are going to substitute this I1 over here as the integrating form. So the final answer will turn as x by 2 minus 1 upon 2 log sin of x plus cos of x, and this is being a constant. So this way this question is to be handled if only a single term is available in a denominator form. In next question also the same type of combination you will generate. In the next question, in place of cot you are having tangent, so that tangent you convert in form of sine and cos, go for taking LCM, and almost same type of combination you will generate for further integration. So let's move to the next important form, that is question number 34. In 34, question is given as under root of 10x upon sin x into cos x. Now here also from the question form as such it is not clear that what we can suppose it as a t function. So first of all we are going to generate question in such a way that the term seems to us that now it can be supposed as a t. Order to that, because tangent is available for a reference and it is inside the square root. So obviously this square root term we are going to be handled as a main function, it is not the dt part. So if your 10x you are going to suppose as a t as a differentiation, you require sec square x, but here only sec is available as a 1 upon cos form. So this cos we are going to convert as a square form and make it generate as a sec square. So reference available in the question itself. So what we are going to do here, this is 10 of x you keep as such, this is sin x upon cos x, multiply and divide by, this is your cos square x. Here it is under root of 10x, this will turn as a 10x, and further it is your cos square x. This 1 upon cos square you will write as a sec square x form. Whereas the power of tangent will also be adjusted, so in denominator under root 10x we are having as a main function form. Now this 10x we are going to suppose as a t. So let 10 of x as a t. Make it differentiate. So sec square x dx is a dt form. Now replace everywhere. This is your dt. This is t power half. Means for integration t power minus half is available. Make it integrate now. That will give you t power minus half plus 1 upon minus half plus 1. This will be t power plus half. This is again 1 by 2. This 2 will be invert. T means 10x with power half means under root of 10x we are having as a answer form as a multiple 2. So this way you see the entire combination we have changed in a question frame. Now the next we are going to discuss is a 36. Here you can see or you can observe that all questions are with a different category and different combination. So here sometime your vision is also useful to find out the solution form or get the conversion of a question form with the appropriate required form. Now here in 36 your question is given as x plus 1 x plus log of x whole square upon x. Now from here also, from the question, it is not clear to us that what we can substitute as a t and what we can have as a dt form. But just for a reference, log is available. And as I told you in the last question also, that when you are talking about a log term, inverse term, at that time that can't be considered as a derived form. So obviously it will go for substitution as a derivation of a particular form. But before that, the question frame we are going to be changed. So here, this x available in a denominator, keep under this bracketed term, and this another term you make entirely separate. Make it divide, so it is 1 upon 1 plus x. This is x plus log of x whole square and dx. Now, some idea you will have that if you make this x plus log x as a t, as a derived form, what will you generate? 1 plus 1 upon x. That already we have generated as a multiple form. So now your question became very clear what we are going to be do now. Let x plus log of x as a t. Make it differentiate. This is 1 plus 1 upon x dx as a dt form. Now get your question convert. This is your t square and dt. Integrate. T means so this way this situation is to be handled. Now the last one of this exercise is available as a x cube sine tan inverse x4 upon 1 plus x power 8. Now here inverse is available, so that only we can suppose as a t form. So without sign, because none of the cos term other than the sign is available in the question, so only this tan inverse x power 4 we are going to suppose as a t. So let tan inverse x power 4 as a t. Differentiation of tan inverse we are having as a 1 upon 1 plus x square. So this is 1 upon 1 plus x square. As again a variable we are having, so differentiation of x power 4 we are having as x power x cube dx as a dt. So this is 4x cube dx 1 plus x power 8 we are having as a dt form. Now what the term we required as a dt form? X cube upon 1 plus x power 8. So this 4 we have to keep on under the dt. So make it separate out. Now get the whole question convert. This is being a constant, keep it outside. This is your sine. This whole we have converted in a form of dt. So this is sine t only and dt. Now go for the integration. Integration of sine is minus cos t. Substitute t over here in terms of tangent. So this way this question can be handled. Now we are going to move towards the next type of integration or next type of method, you can say, in which trigonometrical interrelations you will use what up to now we have studied. Somewhat formula you have introduced in your 11th standard, and somewhat you come to know about the formula form in your 12th standard. Most of the formula we have discussed in trigonometrical solution last year. So that only direct form or indirect form we are going to use here to find out integration for given combination. So for the next exercise there is no particular method for a particular question frame. It depends upon the question frame only that which type of combinations we are having with the trigonometrical term. Here it is compulsory, everywhere you are dealing with the trigonometrical one with the different power normally. So using that particular different type of formulas, we will make sure that your terms are available for integration, and at last we will proceed about the integration form. So no particular solution form is available here. As per the question availability, you have to implement particular method or formula. So let's try to understand how this type of combinations are to be sought out for integration. Now here we look at the first question in which your term is available as a sine square 2x plus 5. Now here you see only single term is available for integration, and as chain rule is not allowed in your integration, it was allowed only in a differentiation. So here obviously this term we have to turn in such a way that you can handle for a integration. Last year we have studied about cos 2 theta, so this sine form regarding cos 2 theta form also we have studied. So at that time what we have written, sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos of 2 theta upon 2. So the same thing here we are going to implement. Here in place of theta you are having 2x plus 5. So implement the same formula form. So this is your 1 minus cos 2 theta means 2x plus 5 upon 2. This 1 by 2 you keep aside. This is your 1 minus cos of, these two get multiplied inside the bracket. Now go for writing integration. Regarding your 1, this is x. Regarding the cos integration is sine. So here you will write as a sine 4x plus 10 upon 4. So you can multiply this half, or as such also it can be kept. So this will be the final answer form. Now next we are going to deal with the question number 3, in which 3 terms are written as a multiplicative form. Now here in third question, 3 cos terms are written with the product form: cos of 2x, cos of 4x and cos of 6x. In such type of combination, what will you do? One formula we have studied last year, 2 cos A cos B, that we have written as a cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. So the same thing here we are going to be implement. So first we list out the formula form here, that is 2 cos of A cos of B, that we have written as a cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. So this formula we are going to implement here with the 2-2 combination. Before that, multiple of 2 is compulsory for given combination. So from our side, make it multiply and divide by 2. First we are going to combine first 2 terms, that is 4x and 2x. This 4x we will treat as a and this 2x we will treat as a b. So implement in a formula form with plus or minus combination. So that will give you 4x plus or 4x minus also you can write, plus cos of 4x plus 2x. and this is your cos of 6x. Now make them subtract or add with respective angle form. Cos of 2x plus cos of 6x. Outside it is cos of 6x. Now make them multiply each term by this outside term, that is 1 upon 2. Cos of 6x into cos of 2x plus cos squared 6x. Here also you can see none of the combination can be directly handled as an integration form. So both are to be converted in a formula form, and before we implement any of the formula form, here also we require to, here also we require to. So again from our side multiply and divide by 2. So this is the outside we are having division, and this is the inside we are having multiplication. This will be 1 upon 4. 2 again cos A cos B. So it can be directly written as a cos. Subtraction of these two means 6x minus 2x plus cos of 6x plus 2x. This is the one formula form we have implemented. Next, 2 cos square theta. 2 cos square theta we can write as 1 plus cos 2 theta. So that we can write as 1 plus cos 2 theta. Theta is 6x here. Now make a combine of the term. This is 1 upon 4. This is cos of 4x plus cos of 8x plus cos of 12x. Now you can see each term is separate for further integration. So make it convert as a integrated form. Such type of combination may be available only in terms of sine and cos in a combined form. So as per the question availability, you will implement the respective formula form, but handling of the question will be in the same manner. So let it integrate here. This is 1 upon 4 outside. Integration of cos 4x is your sine 4x upon 4 plus 1 you can write at the first position. So its integration you will write as x. Then cos 8x means sine 8x upon 8 whole by 8 you can say, plus sine 12x upon 12. So this way this integration you can write. So rewrite the form with the final answer form is a 1 upon 4. This is x plus any of the order you can follow to write the final answer form. This is sine 8x upon 8 plus sine 12x upon 12. So this is the final answer form you will have with the given question form. Now here you can observe your question was available as a multiple form of all the cos, and the answer you are getting as an additive form of all the sine. So this is very important form because interconversions are required during the solution. Here two type of interconversion we have used. First is a product form in terms of cos. In place of this combination in your question form you may have a product form in terms of sine only. One term it may be available with the sine, another it may be available with the cos. So you must have a command over the formula form and how to make them interconvert. Secondly, the second reduction form we are having regarding the square one. So whenever you are having the square form, at that time everywhere cos 2 theta formula will be used. So take care of the formula form and handle them very careful. Otherwise, if in place of plus or minus, if you write any of the mistake, means you will never get the appropriate answer form. So don't forget about the basic concept. Still you are not clear about your basic concept, first you make it clear regarding the formula you have studied in a last year. Make the list out all the formulas and then attend that type of question. So in next lecture I will continue with the same exercise. Thank you.